Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Hi, hello, good afternoon. It's on Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. We're kind of a little bit late, but still 4 p.m. We're starting with Hatid Saya at iba pa. And for today, we have a special segment. We have actually 3 topics to discuss. And with us, I would like to introduce to you fellow followers, friends, and of course, those who like, and then our fans as well, yung mga nag-subscribe. We welcome you to our show, Hatid Saya at iba pa. But for today, we have a new segment, and this is a new platform by which we will be covering actually topics or contents that the 3 of us, actually I have 2 co-hosts for today, segment hosts. And of course, to begin with, dito sa Hatid Saya at iba pa, I'd like to introduce to you Helen Alejo Reyes.
Hi. Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
And of course,
Tita Helen here.
Tita Helen. Of course, the other one is actually Kuya Ega Padrigon. How are you? Great ka naman.
Yeah, good to be back. Kasamang Bob.
Ang tatanda,
Hope
mga
you're-
tita, tito, tsaka kuya.
Hope you're all good, guys.
Actually, papakilala pa natin sa audience yung ating mga lolo at saka yung mga uncle, di ba? So we really have a very good topic for today's discussion or practically presentation. So without any further ado, we'll see you in a while as we start with our new segment with Tita Helen. Okay, so watch out, and then in a few minutes, Tita Helen is coming up. Okay, so it's station ID.
Okay.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Dear Tita Helen. Andiyan na ba yung ating parang pinaka-jingle? Because I always start Dear Tita Helen with a jingle. Okay. Yes. Andaw? Poster lang. Okay. Anyway, this is Dear Tita Helen, and andito lang tayo para mag-usap ng mga bagay-bagay sa buhay-buhay. And we hope na matapos ang ating 15 minutes sa segment ko to na mas magiging magaan ang pakiramdam natin kaysa nung nagsimula tayo. Okay? So, ang topic natin for this week is, bakit ganyan ang buhay mo? Okay. Sabi ko nga, doon sa aking introduction, usually tinatanong natin ito, hindi kapag maganda ang kalagayan natin, di ba? Parang tipong, kung maganda rin ang kalagayan, do we ask na, bakit ganito ang buhay ko? Okay? Pero, tinatanong natin yan kapag ang pakiramdam natin ay hindi maganda ang takbo ng buhay natin. Di ba? Parang ganito yun eh. Bakit ganito ang buhay ko? Diba? When we're confused, when we're angry, when we are at a parang naliligaw, diba? At parang walang nangyayari sa ating buhay. So, we're here now to somehow give a perspective para malaman natin papaano tayo makakausad doon sa dead end ng tanong na, bakit ganito ang buhay ko? Okay? So, I will make a proposition, a perspective, and see if this will help you. Okay? Una, pag sinabi nating buhay natin, it is the conglomeration, pagsasama-sama ng mga tao, mga bagay, pangyayari, at mga outcome sa buhay natin at kung ano ang epekto nito sa ating pakiramdam. So if we feel na para tayong walang nangyayari sa buhay natin, then we feel lost. Hindi natin maintindihan. Bakit hindi nangyayari mga pangarap ko sa buhay? Bakit hindi maganda ang relasyon ko? Diba? Bakit hindi ako masaya? So, bakit nga ba? I'm sure tinanong na natin yan. Bakit nga ba? Ano ang dahilan? Bakit tayo hindi masaya? Ang tendency natin ay humanap ng sino ang may kasalanan. Sino ang ating masisisi? Hindi ako masaya dahil mahirap lang ako, mahirap ang magulang ko, hindi ako nakapag-aral ng maayos, hindi ako nakagraduate, itong gobyernong ito, hindi na ibibigay sa akin ang kailangan ko. So there are a lot of things that we can think of para maisisi natin at mabigyan ng context bakit ganito ang buhay ko in a very sad way, di ba? In a very sad way. So, we have this proposition. Everything we experience externally in our external world, the people, situations, and outcomes are mirrors o salamin of our inner world. Meaning, ano yung ating inner world? Our thoughts, our emotions, and our beliefs. So, if we are aware and conscious na ang buhay natin, yung sa panlabas, our external world, tayo ang nagtatakda. Our inner world, kung ano ang nasa ating isip, ano ang nasa ating puso o pakiramdam, at ano ang ating paniniwala, yon ang nagtatakda ng kung papaano ang buhay natin. So it is very difficult to change others, to change the external situation and the environment. Dahil hindi natin kontrolado yan eh. And actually, hindi yan ang may dahilan bakit ganyan ang buhay natin. Ang dahilan bakit ganito ang buhay natin ay kung ano ang laging nananatili sa ating thoughts, isip, sa ating puso, feelings and emotions, at sa ating mga paniniwala. Okay? Because thought, ang ating isip, ang creative force ng ating buhay. Kung ano ang laging nananahan sa ating isip, ay yan ang nakikreate natin sa ating mundo, sa ating experience. Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Ewan ko kung merong nag-comment na, you may ask, no? Because we create our world. At ang external environment natin, ang mundo natin, ang karanasan natin, ay sinasalamin lamang kung ano ang nasa loob natin. So, if your outside world o yung nararanasan mo sa buhay mo ay magulo, confused, di ba? May kahirapan, scarcity, check what is it that is in your mind always. You will be able to see now what is in your mind consistently is chaos, scarcity, poverty, doubt, fear, confusion. Because we project that. And when we project our inner world to our outer world or external world, that is the experience we have in our life. Mahabang usapin ito, pero 15 minutes lang talaga ang segment ko. Pero the gist of the matter is, whenever there is something that we want to change in our life, then we cannot change others. What we can change is what we have control over. We can change what is in our mind. We can change what is it, the things that we feel, how we feel, our emotions, and we can change our beliefs. Ano yung mga beliefs na pwede natin baguhin? When you have, for example, that belief, consciously or unconsciously, that you are not worthy, then what you will project in your experience is you will be able to get a job that will tell you that you are not worthy. You will be able to find a partner that will make you feel that you are not worthy. Because that is what we ask for. Di ba sabi, ask and it is given. What is in our mind consistently, what is in our heart consistently, based on the foundation of a certain belief, that is what we are asking for consistently. And when we ask for that, that experience will be given to us. So therefore, if you want change, be aware of what are the things in your mind. Paggising ba natin sa umaga, ang feeling natin, eto naman, buhay. Ang hirap ng buhay. Ang hirap ng buhay sa Pilipinas. Ang hirap ng buhay ko. Ang hirap ng... Bumurahin mo ang lahat ng mga tao. Mumurahin mo ang gobyerno. Mumurahin mo ang lahat ng tao sa paligid mo. Then, that is what you're asking for. You are setting the tone of what you will experience for the day based on how you feel at the start of the day and what you're thinking at the start of the day and the yung core belief that you are living every moment of your life. And if that happens every day, then you will notice that there is not gonna be any change happening in our life for the longest time. Kung paghahawakan natin na kung ano ang nasa ating isip consistently, believe in things that are not limiting, no? Wag na nating panghawakan ang mga paniniwala na nag-aalis sa atin ng power, na naglilimita sa atin, na like, bobo ako eh. Okay? That is a belief. Kasi yung yung asawa ko, ganyan talaga yan eh. Ganyan, kailangang siya yung may say sa lahat. O whatever belief, di ba? Ganito ako eh, mabuti akong anak eh. So, kailangan susundin ko lahat, di ba? Susundin ko lahat ng sinasabi sa akin. Kahit namamatay na ang iyong spirit. So, be certain. Tingnan mo sa sarili mo, ano ba talaga ang gusto mo? Ano ba talaga ang gusto natin sa buhay? And then, kung ano yung desires natin sa buhay, kung ano ang nasa isip mo, be in alignment with that. Huwag kang aalis doon. Kung ano ang pakiramdam, for example, I want an abundant life. I want a life out of poverty. Don't say that. Ang law of assumption, ang isipin natin, ang practicein natin na pakiramdam, I have everything I need. I am abundant. Hindi sa niloloko natin sarili natin kundi practice that feeling. But when we are in the present, you will notice that you have everything you need at this moment. Otherwise, patay ka na, di ba? But at this moment, you are alive. And therefore, when we live this moment, you know that you have everything you need. Just lock in that feeling, and then you feel the abundance that you are desiring. So when you are in the frequency of abundance, we will be able to attract to ourselves everything that you need, all the opportunities that will lead you to abundance. So, if you want change, get away from low frequency feelings, thoughts, and beliefs. Ano yung mga low frequency thoughts, feelings, and beliefs? Fear, takot, galit, doubts. Those are low frequency. So, kung ang isip natin ay umiikot sa takot, doubts, galit, kung ang pakiramdam natin ay umiikot dyan at ang paniniwala natin ay nakatungtong dyan, then we will be able to, we will experience things that are in consonance and resonates with that low frequency. Kaya wag na tayong magtaka na kapag araw-araw walang nangyayari sa buhay natin, minamalas tayo, walang opportunity dumadating dahil kung ano ang frequency ng iyong puso, isip at paniniwala, yan din ang darating sa iyo. But if we consciously bring ourselves to higher frequency feelings, thoughts, and beliefs that revolves around love, joy, compassion, okay, and peace, then we will be able to attract the same frequency, parang radyo lang yan, the same frequency that will give us the situations, opportunities, people that will lead us to a life of love, joy, peace, and compassion. Kailangan ng practice. Huwag tayong magpadala sa kung ano ang evident sa labas o sa mundo natin. Take the control. Dahil kaya mong gawin yan. Dahil kung tayo ay magpapadala sa kung ano ang nararanasan natin sa labas, you are giving the power outside of yourself. And if your focus is on those things, if you choose na ang focus ng isip mo at pakiramdam mo ay doon sa mga malulungkot, low frequency things, opportunities, people, then you will get that. So we have the power to choose where we will place our attention on, our focus on. Because kung saan natin binibigay ang focus natin, yun ang binibigyan natin ng power. Yun ang nagmamaterialize. Kaya kapag tayo may nangyayaring hindi maganda sa buhay natin, i-check natin agad ang sarili natin. Bakit ito ang aking mga natatanggap? Bakit ito ang nangyayari sa akin? Ano ba ang nananatili lagi? 50, 60, 70% of the time na naiisip ko, ng aking paniniwala, ng judgment ko kung sino ako, at ng aking pakiramdam. You will notice na kung ano ang nakikita mo sa labas, yun ang nananahan sa iyong loob. Kaya para may makita kang pagbabago at unti-unting magkaroon ng pagbabago sa buhay, sa experience mo, sa mundo mo, then you should start changing. Nasa iyong control yan. Change what are in your mind. What are the things you are thinking about and focusing on? Ano yung pinipili mong maramdaman? At ano ang mga pinipili mong mga beliefs at paniniwala that will give you power and will empower you. Okay? So, yun lang ang natin, no? Gawin natin. It is parang ang simpleng gawin dahil 15 minutes lang tayo eh. Pero you can have that exercise, no? Feel the things of fear, doubt. Pakiramdaman mo. Ngayon. Low. And then shift. Gratitude. Beauty, love, joy, power. Nasa akin yan. Pakiramdaman mo yung energy mo, yung frequency mo. Di ba? Ang taas. Yun yung iyong matatanggap. Okay? So that's my segment for today dito sa Dear Tita Helen, and I would like to shout out ang aking barangay sa Mabolo. Buong barangay, sabi nila, no, they are happy for me. Ang ating tambuli na si Jojo Alagar, ang aking mga tiya dyan, Tita Luby, Tita Ate Emma, at mga kaklase ko dyan. And of course, I would like to invite everybody for the Dear Tita Helen live gathering in Silang, October 26 sa Masaya Vibes and Wellness Center sa Silang, Cavite. You can check my FB page at Helen Alejo-Reyes. Makikita niyo yung mga announcement ko doon so that we will talk about these things personally, face-to-face, in a gathering called Dear Tita Helen Live Gathering. So, shout out din sa mga makakasama ko dyan. And also, sa 70s Bistro and Ancient Healing. So, please, thank you very much sa mga friends ko na 70s Bistro and Ancient Healing at lahat ng mga kaibigan ko. And see you next week for another topic ng Dear Tita Helen. Bye! Station ID.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Yes. Good afternoon again. This is Tito Bobby. Of course, we have Kuya Ega. How do you want to be addressed, by the way? Do you want to be addressed Kuya Ega or Tito Ega?
Correct. Kasamang Bob. That's it. Okay na po yun.
Kuya.
Kuya Ega.
Ay, Kuya talaga. I see. So that makes us actually younger. By the way, that was a beautiful segment that we hear over as presented initially by, of course, Tita Helen. And that's remarkable. And we're looking forward that this program will bring in some, mindsets. And of course, we'll have to reach out to our audience who want to learn more about sharing. We would be wanting to hear some comments from our viewers and those friends of ours, so that this will be a lively discussion. Actually, in the process, we'll be doing this from this October up to the end of the year, and hopefully to bring out a ano ba tawag natin nung araw yung panahon ng Woodstock, I call that meron parang kultura. May sinasama tayo mga followers na talagang atin, because actually it's a really a difficult task to have a mindset and try to influence people the way we analyze what is happening today and what is human consciousness going on right now. What can you say about that, Edge?
Okay. Nowadays, it's really important to have our consciousness be aware of what's happening. Hindi po natin alam kung hanggang saan tayo dadalhin ng evolution with regards to consciousness or ating pag-iisip.
Oo nga, no? So napakabigat ng tatawag ng consciousness eh. So bali ang pag-uusapan natin, sabi nga natin, bago tayo lumalim sa consciousness. Kasi consciousness for everybody to understand is just simply, sabang, para sinabi mo, ayan, meron dumaan na kotse, ang bilis tumakbo.
Mhm.
Hindi mo napuna ang bilis tumakbo ng kotse sa harapan mo. So you forgot to be conscious, and that means to say, people are not aware of what's around them,
Mhm.
practically what's going on in the place where he has been. At the same time, we might be thinking about things, especially in terms of our own personal lives, even to our families, that we want to look at those priorities, those things that we think. Alam mo, Edsto, normally, ang unang pag-iisipan natin, ano ba yung mga importante natin dapat imulat sa mata natin about what's happening
Mhm.
sa kabuhayan, ano? We
Okay.
can talk about life, we can talk about so many things about dreams. Kaya nga lang tanong dito, I don't think talaga ma-achieve natin lahat ng dreams natin. Dreams will always remain as dreams, but most of them, if guided properly, can be directed to another dream. So, shall we say na, sabi nga nila, dream come true, no?
Mhm.
All right. So, why don't we talk about this, Edge? I mean, I normally call my friend Edge because Edge is talking about always at the edge of the cliff. And kaya sabi ko yung mga ganyan mga topics that we need to really work on, and it's just like you're hanging on there because basically many have fallen down the cliff
Mhm.
and you're still at the edge of it, and the thinking beyond, between, you're still there on top or you're about to hang down, or practically you must be an observer yourself. What do you think of that, your Edge? I call you Edge, why you ask your name to be called Edge?
Actually, kasamang Bob, if you still remember, ang tawagan natin dati, edge and above.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm at the edge and you're above.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yun nga, no, as we go on with our daily life, there are so many questions na ang sarap sana kung magkakaroon ng kasagutan. Especially nabanggit mo yung dreams.
Right.
And minsan, I was really thinking about, hindi kaya yung dreams ang reality?
Actually, oo nga. Dreams are my reality. That's a song, I think.
Diba? Hindi kaya ganon?
Yeah, but anyway, pasakali lang yan, di ba, Edge?
Yeah.
Pagdating sa idea, before we come to think of it, we'll talk about real talk.
Okay.
Okay? And I have 3 particular words that our audience would like to, more or less, we want to share. What
Mhm.
is their interpretation of these 3 words? Okay,
Okay.
let's start first with the word satisfaction. Okay? So, satisfaction, mamaya ibigyan natin ng interpretation the way we think
Mhm.
it is. And the second word is, ang masasabi mo rito, fulfillment.
Fulfillment.
Hindi ba? Iba yung satisfied ka, iba yung fulfilled ka. And then,
Satisfaction, then fulfillment.
yeah, and finally, eto, mabigat to. Bihirang sabihin to eh. The third word is contentment.
Mhm.
So, yan yung 3 things that linger in the minds of people. Actually, not as a dreamer, but rather as somebody who's a realist who thinks of practically what it's like to be satisfied, what it's like to be fulfilled,
Okay.
and what it's like to be, you're really
Contentment.
contented with life. And we could more or less assert to that. Let's begin first with the word satisfied. What do you think are the ingredients of when a person tells you, pare, I'm satisfied with my life.
Mhm.
I'm satisfied with this and like that. How do you account on that?
Okay. Satisfaction is such a word na dapat talaga natin ma-attain if ever. Okay? Because like the song of Rolling Stones, I can't get no satisfaction.
Wow, isa lang palakpak yan. Okay, may segue talaga, may tips.
It's because
Alright.
yung desire natin, no, in so many things, one reason why we are not satisfied, I do hope na sana there will come a time na if ever yung consciousness natin or yung ating awareness will put an end to this longing of satisfaction. Because satisfaction per se, talagang living in the material world, parang ang hirap na satisfied.
Mhm.
I don't know, Bob, no?
Do you think satisfaction is a terminal thing? Like, you know, when you get satisfied, you're there.
Yeah, but satisfaction per se is something that pag nandun ka na, another satisfaction pa yung gusto mo.
Yun nga ang nakikita ko. That's the wheel. That's the vehicle
Yeah.
that traverses from one. For example, I know a person like, you know, it's basic talking about food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, food. Okay.
I had chicken last night,
Okay.
fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow I want pork.
Mm-hmm.
I want veggies
Mm-hmm.
the following day. So therefore, your satisfaction mo doesn't end at that, because many people really eat food to satisfy them. You know, parang reward system natin yan eh.
That's why.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we talk about satisfaction, the way we're looking at the perspective is that it's a temporary goal. What do you think?
Somehow, because really, even myself during those days na I'm really hungered with my desires, and gustong-gusto ko yung bagay na ganito, tapos maabot ko siya, another segment, another way, another level, ganun. And satisfaction is really hard to get.
So solo muna si Edge. You have the floor, Edge. Okay. Let's see more of you the way you explain the word satisfaction.
Okay.
DJ, paki-focus si Edge for this. All right.
Okay. If we talk about satisfaction, it is really coming from our desire. We like in life, kung ano yung gusto pa natin. For example, if you get another level na nandun ka na, but you still want another level to have it, especially sa material things, if we are blind and really not satisfied with what we get or what we have, thinking that satisfaction is simply be thankful for whatever we have right now in life. It doesn't mean na hindi na tayo mag-strive or hindi na tayo magsipag or mag-crave up or whatever. Pero kasi that's one thing na mahirap when it comes to satisfaction. How do we satisfy ourselves? Marami kasing bagay na nasa isip natin, minsan nagpapagulo kasi we weren't able to get it. Ganun lang naman eh, kasimple. For example, we want a new car, we want lots of money in the bank, a brand new house. It is endless. That's why earlier I talk about Rolling Stones song, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Kasi it is the thing that during those days talagang hindi talaga maintindihan or hindi talaga makuha.
Well, that's a very good segue. More or less, I think talaga the word satisfaction is, shall we say for the moment, is may halong physical ba to? May halong psychological? I mean, I hunger, I feast for food. So I get satisfied, it feeds my stomach.
I think it is both.
It is both.
It's both.
Okay. So more or less, yung comparison na yan is something that you get satisfied. What about the word fulfillment? Fulfillment would be something, is it about food? Siguro hindi kasama sa food. So what is your edge? Pagdating naman, what is your edge regarding the word fulfillment?
The word fulfillment is something that coming also from your desire. It is also a desire, I think.
Uh-huh.
If you are fulfilled, parang satisfied ka na kasi fulfilled eh. So it has a connection with getting your satisfaction. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you talk about fulfillment, parang it has a link with satisfaction. Parang karugtong siya eh. Once you're satisfied,
Uh-huh.
maybe you're fulfilled.
Well, what about if you wanted to be a manager, suddenly you got promoted,
Mhm.
and that was your short-term goal, and
So-
you were able to achieve it, you're kind of fulfilled.
Okay, so that's fulfillment for you.
And still, you want to be next to vice president,
Also,
and then later you want to be owner of the company, and these are all transitions. So we go back again to the transitory, temporary transition from one stage to another. The same is true with satisfaction.
okay.
These are stages by which people undergo challenges and different challenges. Siyempre, pag manager ka na, iba na yung ano mo. Pag vice president ka na, iba. But rather, the hunger
Mhm.
for that particular goal or for that particular purpose varies. But both of them, I believe, satisfaction and fulfillment may have a temporary conclusion in a way. The way temporary na-achieve mo to,
Mhm.
right? But the third word is contentment.
Mhm.
This kind of different in a way. I was looking at this perspective, kaya ito sabi ko gusto kong gawin thesis to. Dahil kasi the real word contentment is something of the heart. You don't eat food and content. May sabi na contented na ako na kumain na ako ng manok. Nung araw kasi puro ano lang ako, pagpag. I mean, that's a different case. But for those people who just especially during the COVID times, that was really hard. And that was never called contentment because kasi it's just parang just feeding the stomach. During the COVID time, people just eat for the sake of eating.
Yeah.
Marami
In order to
naghihirap.
survive.
Oo, survival, iba naman yan. So, we'll talk about the decent life of being a human being. Siyempre, we talk about these words based on nasa urban urban buhay ka, and you feel that these are the things that are important to identify. Because many friends of mine, nag-head swell dyan eh.
Okay.
Na-promote manager.
Kulang pa rin.
Kulang pa rin. And then he failed. Sabi niya, the harder I try,
The bluer I get.
the more I fall. And that means to say, this seems to be something that there's a challenge in you,
Okay.
more than just food,
Mhm.
more than just the dream,
Mhm.
but it's something that's the innate you.
Okay.
Sabi, binanggit kanina ni Helen yan, innate.
Mhm.
So the innate you has its own self-description by which we say, what is the most appropriate word for human being?
Mhm.
Contentment is sabi, contentment in spirit, contentment in heart. Masaya na ako kahit ako isa lang kotse ko. Contented, hindi naman ako satisfied nun, di ba? Gusto ko pa magkakotse, pero kung contented ka na may
Gusto mo pa
kotse
ng
ka na
tatlo.
isa lang, pwede na. Yun ang mali pagkakaiba sa akin sa idea ko ng content, ng satisfied saka nung fulfilled. Parang you want to dream more. Dream on. Pero when you talk about contentment, I know some friends.
Mhm.
I know many friends. That's why they turned into humanitarian projects. Naging sila, outreach program ang kanilang ginagawa because kaya nang kumain 3 times a day, and then I have my kids all healthy,
Mhm.
and then I have a car service pag kailangan, and we never run out of and God is with us.
Something that is good life.
Oh, that's a good life.
Yeah.
And that is when you can say contentment, the way I look at it. When you say you're satisfied, you don't talk about these things.
Mhm.
Talk about God.
Mhm.
God, diyan ka muna. Gusto ko pang higher level of satisfaction ko. So in other words, to these ideas, it's just a matter of brainstorming for us. And basically, our beloved followers and viewers, we're also going to invite special guests who are, shall we say, remote speakers who are going to be excellent, trainers and presenters as well to this discussion. We're just doing it for our own being hosts here. We're trying to present more or less, ideas from the guests, and this will be their the place by which they'll be sharing their opinions about things that we think are important to us to find consciousness, to be conscious about the world.
Yeah.
Ang laki nga itong tutusin pag sinabi, conscious ka ba sa mundo? Hindi. Basta, I don't care kung nag-aaway yung Palestine at saka gano'n, di ba? and you know, Israel, whatever. Because hindi naman kami affected.
Mhm.
You know, these are some sightings that people come to think of it differently. But for people na nag-vary yan edge, like
Yeah.
yung iba, meron silang makabayan, may makabansa sila.
Mhm.
Meron silang gusto nila involved sa global
Mhm.
peace. So
Okay.
in other words, and remember, the contentment is the word. Sa inisip ko, na parang dito lang ako sa Pilipinas. Ino-offer ka sa abroad,
Mm.
but higher pay, something. Sometimes you don't really accept them all. You don't say you're satisfied, and in the end, I'm satisfied, but you're not contented but the way you've lived up. The word contentment comes in when in your last years of your life. Ewan ko ba, this is really an eye-opener because contentment really comes into to friends of mine and say, I'm contented the way we live life here. I'm contented the way I have grandchildren.
Mm.
I am contented the way my kids have already graduated in college, etc. So all of this are not his own personal satisfaction.
Mhm.
These are things that are apart, but basically part of the whole system niya. Na kamag-anak ko to,
Yeah.
pamangkin ko to, and that is when contentment comes in because you can own contentment for the whole family,
Mhm.
but the whole family individually can never be satisfied, can never be fulfilled because you have your own dreams.
Yes,
But the
yes,
word
of course.
contentment is a state of mind with people who try to think of what it's like to live life here.
Mhm.
Kaya nga, anyway, this is gonna be a better, more discussion, and maybe what can you say about it, Ed, to have more light on this?
Okay. Siguro kasamang Bob, when you talk about satisfaction, fulfillment, and contentment, that's what we really need.
Mhm.
No? As we grow older, in this time na we're aging right now, and we're on the last phase of our life. Siguro that's the best thing that ever happened in our life. If we possibly get the three things na sinasabi mo, we're content, we're satisfied, and we're fulfilled.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Edge. And we're doing this program for everybody to please help us out in our research. We want to know all this because we do our own research, but basically your support, your comments will make this program successful. And of course, thank you for watching this segment for today. And we have a station ID. Station break.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live. Live from Quezon City, Philippines. Your news, current affairs, and public service channel. MARGOTV Philippines. Live.
Go, Helen.
Hello, welcome back to Hatid Saya at wow, kanina medyo um, malalim ang ating gustong malaman kung ano nga ba pagkakaiba ng contentment, ayan, no, satisfaction. Pero tingin ko umiikot lang yan sa how we value ourselves. So if we keep on getting our validation from things, from professions, from successes, na parang hindi naman natin makukuha ang validation natin from all those external things, contentment will come. Hindi natin kailangan makuha, masatisfy, hindi natin kailangan magkaroon ng kunin from the outside. But if we know ourselves, our inner value, our divinity, then there's no other, and wala nang iba na makapagsabi sa atin na we are so valuable and worthy, and we don't need anything that we should reach for in order to validate ourselves. Diba?
Wonderful. Yeah, right. So, Edge, actually, you have any plugging? I think, pwede na ba yung ads ni Edge for this? Yung poster natin, because I think, Edge, you have an event?
Yeah, tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Hintayin mo natin yung poster. Let's see the poster. Okay. Ayan, okay. Call it Ugnayan.
Ugnayan for tomorrow's event, an art show happening at Capitolio, Pasig. You are all invited, friends. If you have time to drop by, please do.
Saan exactly yun? Where can you give the details?
Capitolio, Pasig at 6 o'clock.
Where in Capitolio?
Afternoon. It is Capitolio area in Pasig, in front of Capitol Commons Mall.
Okay.
That's the Capitolio area, number 51. Tomorrow you can see all the exciting art works that we have done from the past, and hopefully see you there, friends.
Who are the expected celebrity painters? Do you have? Do you think are there besides you, of course? Sino pa? Sino are we expecting there?
There are lots of friends now invited, but I'm not sure if they will be coming.
So anto mga collaboration from different, artists from different parts of the Metro Manila or provinces as well?
Yes, we have here Nonoy Alcalde of Waling-Waling, Alfred Guevara of Woods.
Okay, si Alfred, right?
And other artists whom are really active in the art scene right now.
All right. So any final words, Edge, before we wind up? Okay.
Okay. So thank you for watching, guys, and see you again. And hopefully we have imparted some good points with the discussions that we have this afternoon. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
What about Helen? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, see you sa Dear Tita Helen live gathering at on October 26 at sa Masaya Wellness and Vibes Center sa Pulong Bunga in Silang Cavite. October 26, 4 o'clock. See you there. Dear Tita Helen live gathering. Magkakwentuhan tayo doon.
All right, thank you. Actually, kami naman dito all around our events that we're blending with all musicians and all artists as well. So we are actually expected to bond and have friends around in the social and musical circle and business circle as well. O nga pala, binabati ko si Ivy Alon Madamba for your album Mr. Sungit. And come on, and actually that's a great record and mabuhay tayo. Ivy Alon Madamba. Kamusta ka na dyan? And of course, don't forget, if you want to insure yourselves, don't forget Manulife Insurance. That's from our friends from the insurance industry. Again, this is Tito Bobby, bringing with Edge, of course, and Helen for today. And thank you for watching the show dito sa ating programa pinamagatang Tito Bob Presents Hatid Saya at Iba Pa. See you next week, guys.
Live from Quezon City, Philippines. your news, current affairs, and public service channel, MARGOTV Philippines, live